Welcome to Jam Tutorial. Now what we're going to do is try to cut out a lot of the BS and try to get to the point, but at the end we are going to do a bit of a showcase of a bridge. So today is structural integrity, and then we're going to look at bridges and why you might want to build one. We'll look at the structural integrity here. We're at my home base and we'll take a look at the rebar frame. And the rebar frame has a max load of 120 and a mass of 10. Now if we freeze it there, we can see that that max load is going to be how much it can hold. So if we were to build a pillar, and we'll do a demonstration in a minute, and then build outwards, if we were going to do it out of rebar frames, we'd be able to attach 12 blocks onto it before it would collapse. Okay, that's what it means. Now if we move on to then the wooden frame, we can see that the maths are different. So the max load is going to be 40, so it's a lot weaker in terms of its grippiness, but its mass is 5, so it's half as heavy. That would only mean if we divide 40 by 5, that's going to be 8 wooden frames that we can hang off of our pillar of wooden frames, okay? And again, we'll go into the demonstration in a minute. Now if we move then on to the concrete block, again, and then what we'll do, we'll just take our little freeze frame and just freeze it there. We can see that, like the rebar frame, we have a max load of 120 and a mass of 10. So again, we can build our concrete pillar frame and build out 10 blocks, okay? So bouncing into our little demo then, if you like what you see with the base, leave a like, leave a comment, and I can do a base tour. It's quite advanced, but really it's just my knock-up. If we build across here, we can build across all the way along as far as we can go, and that will be our 8 blocks. So like we did the mass before, that's our 8, and we've put the 9th one on there and it's collapsed. So that's a visual demonstration. You can see there it will only take 8 off the pillar. Now if we do it again, so that's our pillar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's double count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now that's our max load. So let's just quickly ignore the zombies and build across. So 1, 2, 3. Ooh, run out of frames. Let's quickly build a couple more. 5. Right, so we ran out of room, but we could have done a 16 block gap there, okay? Now that'll be fine for you to walk along. That is as much as it can hold. Now if we take out the corner block, you'll notice, as you would have thought, because we're over our max weight, it is going to collapse. Now this can be applied when we look at bridges. And bridges, why we're going to build them, I'll just do a little demo of what I did in my survival world. If you were going to expand this as a, well, you can use a 1 wide bridge for your mini bike, but you'd be much braver than me. If you're going to expand it to 3 wide, you're going to either have to expand your pillars or create extra structural supports, so either beams or just a small build out of blocks underneath. But looking at my map here, this is what the challenge that I set myself. So my base is here on the left where I'm just circling there. I need to go south, go across the map all the way along and then up to a new town that I found that I want to set up a temporary base above there and loot. So that was my challenge, and that's the reason why I wanted to build a base. Now we don't have boats on console, it's only modded on PC even now, so water is a right pain. You can't even swim properly, it's terribly slow, and it doesn't really slow down the zombies, so you can't use it as a natural barrier, they just don't care, they'll just go straight through. Now if we walk along, we can see the scale of the 1 wide bridge that I was building. Like I say, underneath, we can't see it just here, but I have built extra support. So all along these ones that I've strengthened, I've built extra support. So this is what it would look like underneath. Before, that is where I've built the extra blocks. I haven't grabbed that footage, so just take my word for it, please. You're going to want to place down your blocks all the way along. Again, if you've done your pillars correctly, then you should be absolutely fine for the weight. Otherwise, you're going to have a number of collapses and you're going to have to fix those up. At the bottom of these pillars, what I've done is I put steel rebar frames down on the bottom 2 to 3 blocks, depending on the elevation. Now it's extremely unlikely that it's going to be attacked by zombies, because this is only going to be a thoroughfare. You're going to be whizzing through, or I'll be whizzing through on my mini bike. So really, zombies aren't going to be chasing me along the bridge on top. I'll outstrip them for pace. They're not going to be chasing me underneath the water. Again, I'm going to be outstripping them for pace. So we really shouldn't expect any damage. However, just to be safe, I've done steel rebars at the bottom and I've upgraded it with concrete. Okay, so they're not going to break that through. Now what I've got here are nodes. So each of these torches are the second pillar along. I probably could have done it on the third. And I've got ramps going up, so I can get on and off the bridge quite easily. God forbid I fall off my bike and into the water, but I was thinking more for supply crates, okay? Because again, water is a right pain. Right, but then let's just remind ourselves of the map and the scale of this project. This took me about two and a half in-game days to do. It took about a few stacks of wood, so that gives you an idea of what you're looking at. But hopefully you like this video. Give us a like and subscribe because it helps the small channel out no ends. And let us know if there's anything else that you wanted to see for 7 Days to Die Console Edition. Thank you, and JJAM.Gaming out.